Amen.
Amen.
Amen. The mission of the church.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. In our story this morning, Mark begins talking about a blind man. Mm-hmm. Amen. Amen. Starts talking about a blind man.
Mm-hmm.
And before he talks about a blind man, he tells us about how Jesus and the disciples were on the ship.
Well,
they had just feeding the multitude, and they were on the ship.
mm-hmm.
And for some reason, they had only one basket of bread.
Well,
And they were arguing. Amen. Fighting, actually, about who's going to get some of that bread. They had fed the multitude, took up 12 baskets. But somehow in the excitement, they got on board the ship with one basket of bread and left the other 11 on the shore. And they were getting hungry. And whoever basket that was really interested in sharing. And they began to have a discussion. A very heated discussion. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You gonna eat your cornbread. If not, they were having a heated thing. Was getting a little testy right there. And then Mark tells us that sometimes Jesus will be talking about stuff. And he ain't really talking about what he's talking about. But he really is talking about what he's talking about. He says to the disciples, don't you remember that we fed 5,000 and we had 12 baskets left over. We fed 4,000 and we had 7 baskets left over. And he says, how is it that you do not understand? If I did it before, I can do it again. He says to them, how is it? This verse 21, that you do not understand. What do I have to do to show you that the whole world is in my hand? What's that song we were singing this morning? God will take care of you. You can call him in the morning and call him in the middle of the night. And so it is here that Mark tells us that Jesus wasn't really talking about bread. Can't you see? Don't you understand? So immediately Mark tells us the story of the blind man.